Carter, Teddy Smith, Bob Obrien, PAT Radio. So, Mel, that's a great song, and you got so many great standards. Tell us more about your wonderful CD you have here. Then we're going to play another great song, "Crying in the Chapel."
I'm glad I had tight pants on when I did that to hit that last note too.
You know, I got tight pants on now myself. I don't know what I'm going to do here. I got to go to the gym.
Can you hit that note?
Although I go to the gym every day these days. I'm sure you're in great shape yourself to do all these different projects, aren't you?
I try. I walk every morning. Like I'm up like 5:30, and I try to get out and we do the foot count. And there's about 10 people, 10 other people that are out at that same time in the morning, I don't. I try to do exercises and stuff like that because you're competing. I'm still competing with the younger people.
What was it like working with Sam Cooke?
That was one of the milestones in my life. Sam was like a big brother to all of us at the label. Star Records was the main label, and then Derby Records was When a Boy Falls in Love. And that's the song that I must tell you that When a Boy Falls in Love was the first before Motown Records, and it was the first black-owned company that from a black artist that had a record that crossed over into pop.
Wow, that's something else. Crossover into pop. How did you decide you want to do this type of a CD? What sort of you developed that interest in this sort of going from what you did before into standards?
Well, I've always done standards. If you check all the earlier songs that I did and my hits, they used to call me at the label the Bring 'Em Back Alive kid, because all of the hits that I had were done by somebody else like 10 or 12 years before I did it again. But in those days, if you had a single hit, you were launched into an album artist, and the albums were usually standard type material. So it was easy enough for me to go back and search, do the research and find these songs. But the difference is that some of these songs are not songs that are done over and over and over and over, and I wanted to do them and give them a Mel Carter treatment.
Right, exactly.
And I'm lucky to be working with John Rodby, who is a fantastic arranger. He's been with Johnny Mathis, he's been with Barbra Streisand, he's been with just about every top person there is. And we know each other because I was in a theatrical production with Talia Farrell, which is his wife, and that's how we met.
I remember when you had the show with T.J. Lubinsky. You were on that great show with Jerry Butler, and you sort of moved the stage. I remember you were doing so many wonderful, wonderful things up there that it was it's sort of like a wave that you moved the audience in quite such a unique way. Tell us about that memory you have.
The first time, I've done like 4 of those shows, and I think I have the distinction of being one of the artists who have paid tribute to other artists as well as myself.
The Jerry Butler show, right?
No. A couple of the songs, a couple of the shows that we were on, we did tributes to other artists as well as my songs. But that first one, if you were talking about Doo-Wop 51.
That's right. Yes.
That was magic. At the hour that I came on, I think it was the 11 o'clock hour, the news, because that station is connected with the local news program, and I don't think they were accustomed to the power of my voice then, and we had to do that 3 times. We had to do the song over 3 times because it was knocking out the news thing.
You've been on so many great television shows. Do you sort of want to get back into that aspect of your life, the Marcus Welby show and the Magnum and all that great stuff?
Yeah, I'm still going out. I still go out on calls. We've had a pretty good year a couple of years ago, but guest appearances, and I've done a few pilots. I did the pilot for Magnum PI, and when they shot it in L.A., when they shot it here in L.A., they had this elaborate nightclub, and I played a Dooley Wilson character, and supposed to be the partner to the guy who ran the nightclub. But when they went to Hawaii, they didn't reproduce the nightclub, so that character was written out.
Now, I know you were on Quincy as well, weren't you?
Yes, I've done quite a few Quincy's with him. Jack Klugman liked the comedic stuff that I brought into the seriousness that we were doing.
Amazing, amazing. So I know you were on the radio when you were 4 years old, isn't that right?
I was on a television show in Cincinnati, Ohio, called Betty and the Boys on WKRC. They used to sit me on top of the piano and for me to sing. You know, I think I don't even remember one of the songs that I used to sing, but I know that's where I started on WKRC in Cincinnati, Ohio.
I like that show. I kind of miss it these days, but we sort of bring it back, and we sort of like to do a remake of that show and have you star in it.
Hey, I'm ready.
Maybe we could also
I can't wear the short pants anymore, though.
Maybe we could have you do this new project in Russian, maybe with Oleg Fish, huh?
Yeah, right, okay.
We'll be introducing him in a moment. You've worked with him. I know you've been on his show as well, and many others. In the meantime, my producer, Jim Petrecca, wanted to make a statement and say hello to you, but he wanted to tell you all about that Impossible Dream. Maybe you'd like to share that, because we have that on our turntables right now, that great song, The Impossible Dream.
The Impossible Dream.
The Impossible Dream, Mel. Easy listening.
The song, are you playing it now?
Oh, we're about ready to. I'm ready to.
If you hear any crackles and pops,
we have a little coin. We're going to put the silver dollar on the.
This is coming off the record, actually.
Yeah, okay.
It's ready to roll, as we say, rock and roll. Here it is. Listen to this one. This one is for you, Mr. Mel Carter.